So, who of you is familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs? I see a lot of hands going up. That's awesome. For those of you who didn't raise their arm, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a classification system for human needs we all have. And the underlying idea is that some of our needs are more basic than others. To give you a simple example, if you are alone in a dark, cold forest and you're hungry and thirsty, then you will be thinking about, where do I find something to eat and to drink? Where do I find a place that keeps me safe and warm? You will not be concerned about this one C++ bug you still have to fix. So if you Google Maslow's hierarchy of needs on the internet, you usually find this kind of illustration, this pyramid with 5 levels. And if you briefly go through those levels, we see at the bottom the more basic needs that we are interested in fulfilling first, and at the top, the less basic needs that we are only getting interested once the more basic needs have been fulfilled. So at the bottom we have food, water, warmth, rest, and once those needs have been fulfilled, we become interested in security and safety. And afterwards, we are concerned about family and friends, social life. Then it's about prestige and feeling of accomplishment. And at the very top, it's about achieving one full potential. So if you wonder what this has to do with C++, well, absolutely nothing. But we can create a similar hierarchy of needs for C++ code. And the idea is that we can use that hierarchy of needs for C++ code as a tool that can guide us in order to become a better C++ developer without having to put 53 random C++ talks in our watch list on YouTube. So usually I explore the C++ code hierarchy of needs together with a much smaller group of people, but as I have only 3 minutes left, I will just show you the kind of hierarchy of needs that is usually found. So at the bottom, we have a need that is C++ code wants to be working. I guess it's kind of obvious. Working means the code wants to do what it is supposed to do. It should not crash. And for each need, as I go through the pyramid, I'm going to ask you, what is it that you do, each one of you, when you work on C++ code, to fulfill that need? And the usual answer I get at this point is that people tell me they test the C++ code, which is a good answer, but it is not the kind of answer I'm looking for, because this is a hierarchy of needs for C++ code, and I'm looking for C++ specific answers. So what is it that you are doing to fulfill that need that is unique to C++? I have only 2 minutes left. I have no time to give you any answers. It is more for you to think about it. Once we have fulfilled that need, we can look at the next one. C++ code wants to be fast. So if you have code that is working, it's about performance, it's about efficiency. And again, I'm going to ask you, what is it that you do to fulfill that need? And usually C++ developers have no trouble answering this question, because we use C++ for performance, for efficiency. But again, we can think about it. What is it that we specifically do when we work with C++ to actually achieve that goal? Up until now, it's usually easy for people to answer the question, what is it that they do? But as we go higher and higher in that pyramid, it becomes more and more difficult. So if you have code that is working and that is fast, then it's about C++ code that wants to be quick to write. So the idea is, if you can produce code that is working and that is fast, you obviously want to spend as little time as possible to get this code out. It's about being efficient in order to produce code that is working and fast. And again, my question is, what is it that you do specifically in C++, not in any other programming languages, to fulfill that need? The next one is, C++ code wants to be quick to change. So now we are able to produce code that is working, that is fast. We are able to write that code quickly. Now we are concerned about the future. We want code that is quick to change. And again, my question is, what is it that you do in C++ to fulfill that need? And last but not least, C++ code wants to evolve, which means whatever it takes to write code that is working, that is fast, that is quick to write and quick to change, we want in the future to take less. And I think my time is over, so you could talk about this for hours, but thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.